For those of you who did not know who this legend was and what was his contribution, what legacy he has left behind, here is all the information you need about him. Ratan Tata was born on December 28, 1937. He was taken care of by his grandmother. At that point of time, J.R.D. Tata who was his paternal uncle? Yeah, paternal uncle. So he was the one who was running Tata Group, and Ratan Tata joined him in 1962 to head or to gain experience in Tata steel sector, and he continued to work there and continued to do a lot of good work. Then in 1991, he became the chairperson of Tata Sons. And after that, his real work started. So his work was expanding Tata Group into different sectors like IT, Tata Consultancy Services, and telecommunication with Tata Teleservices, then retail with Tata Trent. He also had global acquisitions. What is that company? Chorus Steel. Yeah, Chorus Steel is what he acquired in 2004. In 2007, sorry, Nat Steel is what he acquired in 2004. Then he acquired Chorus Steel in 2007. Then he went on to acquire Jaguar Land Rover in 2008. Very interestingly, he launched Tata Nano in 2008, which provided affordable transportation to the Aam Janta. And like I remember when Nano came out, my Nana ji, who is no more, God bless his soul, but his thing was that he was older and he used to like driving, but he was very scared of driving because he was like, if he ends up, having an accident or touching the car somewhere, then there'll be expenses and all. But once Nano came, he got the Nano and used to take the Nano everywhere, and he didn't care of the number of scratches and all that. Very convenient car for him. So that was interesting to see. And yeah, apart from that, he modernized operations and implementations of the best practices for Tata businesses, strategic partnerships like with global companies and all of that. Yeah, and I mean, the rest is history. So, outside his company, when it comes to philanthropy, okay, somebody's at the door. 1 second, wait, kiddo. Let's go and come. What are you doing, Kitty Kumar? Kiddo, stop doing that. Yes, I'm back. Nariyal Pani. So, where were we? We were at his body of work outside his company. So he did a lot of philanthropic work, like, so he formed Tata Trust, and about 60 to 70% of the income generated by Tata Sons used to go into Tata Trust, and they have done a lot of work, like not just for like animals and stuff, but also for the government. Like for example, when COVID had hit, Tata had decided to give 500 crore. So what are you doing? It's hurting. So as far as his work for the government goes, he's been like on a lot of advisory. He's done a lot of advisory roles for the government, and he served on many committees and advisory boards. Economic development wise, Tata Group created a lot of jobs and created a lot of what do you call, in different sectors. They created a lot of jobs and employment and all of that. And okay, go off to sleep. Don't growl at me. Don't growl at me. Stop growling at me. It's okay. So anyway, so where were we? Yeah, sorry, I'm just so tired and I have a migraine. I'm just all over the place. So please bear with me. So Ratan Tata encouraged a lot of innovation and a lot of initiatives for like startups and all of that. Globally, he represented a lot of like in a lot of countries and brought in a lot of financial investment into the country. His family not just gave Tata Airlines in the Indian government to sort of, which became Air India. So they not just like gave it away, but Ratan Tata beyond that did a lot of work for infrastructure of like airports and all of that, to really help the government in all of that. So that's a lot of work that he did with the government. Now, for me, like the main source of his, like him being my role model and all, I'm a lot into animal welfare, and I really love animals, and the fact that he loved animals and the amount he did for animals was like just like, yeah. So he supported a lot of charities. He supported PETA. He supported, what is that name? Humane Society International, Tata Trust, aimed at like a lot of shelters and animal care and a lot of help. He advocated, like against cruelty and humane behavior. He had like ethical practices, like when it came to his work and his employees and all of that. Like people had to love and respect animals, and all of that, especially when it came to related to the food and textile industry. So yeah, funding and support for animal rescue operations. Examples would be that there was this Pune based company and somebody approached Ratan Tata for making these reflective bands for strays, so that they don't get hit by vehicles and all that at night. So that is something that was funded by Tata. Then recent example is that he started a hospital for like small animals and like 24 hours emergency and all of that, with like high tech latest everything. Like they have like ICUs and like wards, and dogs and cats are separate, and like waiting area for the owners and all of that. So this is very good for people who do rescue work, and people who are owners of pets. So it's very good for everybody in that sense. And there's like latest technology. It just opened on 1st July 24, and that is just the phase one. You know why he opened it? Because he had to take his dog to the University of Minnesota to get his, like limb sorted. And it became a little late, and then it was frozen and all of that. And he went through all of that, and he realized that why doesn't India have that kind of help and infrastructure for animals. So that became his dream project, and that is the last thing he was working on. I mean, he's not going to be around to see the phase two. He's not going to be around to see his dream project and his order to, like his love for animals. He will not be around to see that. And it makes me very sad, because there's going to be so much more that he wanted to do, like sterilization and treatments with NGOs, specialized surgeries for orthopedic and laparoscopic work, and like you name it, like he wanted to do so much more, and that was supposed to be the phase two of it. I mean, that hospital is located in Mahalakshmi, and it's like opened there because it is central to Mumbai. So, like, in case of emergencies and all, people can just rush there at any hour. It's a 24/7 facility. So, for all the animal lovers and rescuers and proud mommies of like animals, proud daddies of animals, like, you guys can totally go there at any time and get the help you need. I am a proud mommy and a rescuer of my senior dog, and now this little kitty poo who I rescued 4 days ago. Very helpful for me. And in fact, Shilpa Shetty had commented because she had got her pet truffle treated over there. So yeah, you can check that out as well. So yeah, it's sad that he won't be around to see the real work that like of his dream project, but I'm sure he's gonna be sitting in heaven and looking down and seeing all the beautiful work that will continue to happen even after he's gone. And yeah, he belongs to heaven. He doesn't belong to this planet. So yeah, I'm sad. Try not to cry. He's been my role model. I was very sad when Steve Jobs died in 2011, but this one hurts more. Maybe, I guess, because he was an Indian and makes me proud to be an Indian. So yeah, if I have to describe him, then if I have to look at his philosophy, then his philosophy was, oh, kitty's sleeping. His philosophy was that, you just don't have to look at business like it's not just about profit, it's about a holistic approach, it's about prioritizing human dignity and the environment and everything. Now, if I have to look at his psychology, then he was a highly empathic person with a strong sense of integrity. There was resilience, like his ability to, see challenging things. Like he was not just there for the highs of our country, he was also there for the lows of our country. And he set an example for the people he worked with. I mean, and he really promoted people, like people who were doing good. Like take Shantanu for that matter. I'm sure that he must be in a very bad state right now, and I really pray and hope that he has all the strength possible he needs right now to get through such a difficult time. And not just Shantanu, everybody who was close to Ratan Tata, I hope they're strong. And yeah, coming back to, so his, if I have to describe him spiritually, I think he did not measure success with material gain. Like his commitment to welfare and cause and the sanctity of, all living things, and like his compassionate nature towards the world, I suppose. You need to be spiritually so high up there to not be self-centered and be so giving. Like hats off. And if I have to think about his legacy, then his legacy is not just limited to business. It is like it is about how a human being should be, and how one should handle success, and how one can give back to the world. Like the contribution he's made to the world is just really, like the integrity, the social awareness, like the way he uplifted other human beings, people he knew, people he didn't know, how he uplifted me, how he's been my role model over the years, and how closely I have seen his life and studied his life and all his actions. And I mean, this man has been my role model, and it hurts a lot. It hurts me personally. But don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. You're on camera. Don't cry. So, sir, I salute you for the person you have been, okay? I am proud to be an Indian because of you. I really hope you rest in peace, and it's the rest that you deserve. It's the rest that you've earned. And I hope you're in heaven, because that's the place for a soul like you. And I hope you make heaven a better place, because I know that you're not going to stop at earth. I know you'll go to heaven and make that also a better place. So please don't stop your good work. As for me, I'll never forget you. I'll never forget you. Rest in peace. You earned it.